And it could be, for example, this election. Let's say that the blue wave doesn't happen and Kavanaugh is put on the Supreme Court, and maybe there's another conservative judge put on. The left won't quit. The left will go to violence. They only use the law, the legal system, when it's working for them.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Well, I don't know what the real deal is behind this whole Michael Cohen tapes with Trump and everything. I do know it's not going to hurt Trump at all. My real curiousness is, are they cooperating? Are they really fighting? I mean, I don't really get it, but Trump was the one who said, no, go ahead and release the tapes. But now there's a new ripple, and here's what's going to happen. The left is going to celebrate this, but they don't understand it's actually bad news for them. Cohen is now reporting that Trump knew about the meeting with the Russian lawyer Veselnitskaya, and so the left hears that, and in their brainwashing stupidity is translated, "Ha, we caught them. They colluded with Russia." Now, anybody with critical thinking knows that the translation here is, oh, so the Trumps knew about the meeting. They knew who Veselnitskaya was. That's why they had the meeting. They knew the Veselnitskaya GPS, Fusion GPS connection would be made. They knew that the Bill Browder connection would be made with the Magnitsky Act, and they knew it wasn't illegal, and they would just show up and say, oh, oops, wrong meeting. So it just shows you how smart the Trumps are, and the left is going to take it and be like, oh, proves Russian collusion. Just incredible breaking down news, and how the same story can have two different stories or meanings entirely, just depending on who you ask. But it's the Veterans Call-In Show. Matt Bracken is my co-host. We've got veterans on the line. I want to jump out to Ken in California. Go ahead, Ken.
Hey there, Owen.
Glad to hear from you, Ken.
Hey, yeah, I served from 1975 to 79 aboard the USS Midway, which is a museum these days. And I worked on the flight deck, B-1 Division, crash and salvage first responders.
Where is that harbored now?
Excuse me? That's in San Diego.
San Diego, okay.
Yeah, it's a museum in San Diego now. And I haven't ever been back. I know every square inch of that flight deck. I've washed blood from one end of the bow, from the bow to the fantail, as a first responder. So a lot of deaths, a lot of carnage. People don't realize about a flight deck. It doesn't matter if there's a war or not. A flight deck is a flight deck, period.
Well, yeah, you got jets flying all around you. You could get your head ripped off if you're not paying attention.
Well, it's not only jets just flying all around. It's that, think of a very teeny tiny spot, and you got 40 aircraft churning and burning and launching and recovering. A lot, just incredible. Impossible to explain, impossible for people to comprehend. It was only on that ship. It served for 45, close to 50 years. There's only, on that flight deck in B-1 Division where I worked, less than 4,000 men served. And it's just an extremely elite, teeny tiny group of men that knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I'll tell you who doesn't know who doesn't know what you're talking about. A bunch of snowflakes out here protesting America.
Absolutely. But you had mentioned something. What is going on? Why is the world like it is? Okay, I'm going to read something to you, then I'm going to tell you where it comes from, and then let you guys digest it as you will. Just very briefly, the mystery of iniquity. Okay, it's coming from the mystery of iniquity. All this that we're seeing going on. From the Antichrist, a pseudo Messianicism where man glorifies himself as God. And all believers, eventually, it's the only way we're going to make it into heaven is we must follow through the very same thing that Jesus did. We must go through the final Passover. The church and the believers will go through a death and a resurrection, just as Jesus did, being abandoned, betrayed, and all this mostly from within. Okay, from within, as well as outside. But the real pain for Jesus was not that those out there betrayed him, because he knew they would. But, of course, he knew that those inside would betray him as well. And those are the most painful ones.
And the other thing, too, is, I mean, you just look at what's going on here with the brainwashing and the lies. That's not worldly stuff. I'm sorry. That's just not worldly. People don't behave like this that have any culture or sense about them. I mean, And Matt, what do you think about what Ken is talking about?
Yeah, the evil forces are collecting. I mean, I think that we're preparing for sort of a final battle. I don't care what your religious background is. I look at it also as sort of a culmination of natural law versus unnatural law. The Kipling had a terrific poem about it called "The God of the Copybook Heading." That natural law will reassert itself, and the further we go off into crazy land, the rougher it's going to be when the pendulum swings back. And I think that a lot of these sort of like one of these Aztec calendars where all the wheels are lining up, or maybe another analogy is the tumblers on a big bank safe. All the wheels inside the locking mechanism are lining up for something big to open. And it could be, for example, this election. Let's say that the blue wave doesn't happen, and Kavanaugh is put on the Supreme Court, and maybe there's another conservative judge put on. The left won't quit. The left will go to violence. They only use the law, the legal system, when it's working for them. But they don't really believe in democracy or the Constitution, obviously. They believe that the ends justify the means. And if they can't get to where they're going using the legal mechanisms, they'll resort to, for example, what Russia's been talking about lately this week. They'll say that if the election was stolen, therefore it's invalid, therefore we don't have to obey any laws. That the Republicans in charge are Nazis that stole the election using their Russian friends. So they're going, things are gearing up for a grand battle. And this could be like a 1,000-year supercycle type of event. And what makes it worse is that we're in such a technological society that if the power goes out, if any of these technological linchpins are removed, we're in crisis mode immediately. This won't be like the Great Depression. Our food doesn't come from warehouses. It comes straight from factories.
And people can't even farm anymore. So they won't even know what to do. The average person probably wouldn't even know how to make a contraption to be able to drink water out of the ocean. I mean, so it'd be total panic. Ken from California, anything else here before we let you go?
Well, I just wanted to say the answer is that what you're getting at, this is the final unleashing of evil. And the Lord is allowing this as a discipline. For us,
right.
Because,
well, it really is amazing how biblical a lot of this stuff is, and I liked Matt Bracken's analogy with the bank levers and knobs twisting, and slowly you hear and you're waiting for the big, and then where the door opens up and you see all the gold or whatever, the guns. But I like that analogy.
Or the bats of hell, the demons of hell coming out.
Yeah, they rush out out of like bats rushing out of a chimney or something. Yeah. Or it's like the ark in what is it from Indiana Jones when they open, he's like, right. don't look, and all the demon souls are just like fuming all around it. That's basically that. Oh my God, Trump's Hollywood star is like the demon ark from Indiana Jones. You go to the Hollywood star and you hit it with a pickaxe, and then all the demons come and hover around it oh, yes, urinate on the star, crap on the star. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. Trump's melting their faces. They all came out to smash the star, and Trump just keeps getting more successful, and their faces are melting as they're screaming their demon transfer into hell. Hey, but listen, CNN told me on October 10th, 2016, that there was no way the 4% GDP growth could happen. Oops, CNN was fake news again.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Guaranteeing your food independence is a crucial part of prepping. Between debt crisis, natural disasters, or even simple power outages, having a supply of storable meals is crucial. With InfoWars Life Select storable food, you can make sure you and your family are ready for any emergency. With drinks, snacks, and meals in amounts ranging from 72 hours to a full year, there's no better place to look for healthy, easy, and incredible meals. Including meals such as Traveler Stew, Homestyle Potato Soup, and a variety of other meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, InfoWars Life Select storable food will help you eat comfortably in a time of need. They even work great for camping. Simply pack a 72-hour kit to go and you have easy-to-cook and transport food for you and your loved one's trip. Don't be caught surprised by an emergency. Make sure you're stocked up today with all the food you need for an affordable price with InfoWars Life Select storable foods.